Season 7, halfway through, Bordeaux. Remember last episode, yesterday, this is Bordeaux week, remember on the channel, we started with 4 in 4. We've made it through to the end of January. We are in 5th. Now, I would probably take it. We've gone off the boil a little bit. Changes have had to be made. In particular, 3 players out at a combined total of £72 million. This hopefully sets the team up for bigger things to come. We've taken a hit on one of the players that we really didn't want to let go, but it just made sense because it means we can really kick on. We do not have to worry about the financial impact. It gives us that stepping stone, I think, to sign players, not these freebies that we've been working on for the last 5 or 6 years. We get to spend some money ourselves, play the long game. Fingers crossed, this could be the turning point where we start looking like a European contender in Liga. Let's go. Right, here we are. So as you can see, 5th in the league. We're doing all right. It's good. Only 24 goals conceded, 41 scored. Yeah, I'm happy. Winning around the mix for Champions League football. Anything top 7 would be absolutely fantastic. We are well clear as well of 8th place, but we're going to have to do some tactical changes. We're starting to tweak, and I'm starting to over-tweak a little bit because we have let go some players. We have let go, firstly, Jurum Simni. He was targeted by 2 Chinese clubs and a South. I didn't realise Chinese clubs still had money, but they did. They put a bid in of about £20 million to start, and I just thought, no. It was like 2.5 and then 16.5 over certain things, and I put, no, I want loads of money. If I'm going to sell him, I want loads because he's made a pretty good start for us, as you could see. And they accepted it. He wanted to go in pretty much, 15 months? We've gone from 62 grand to 33.5. I consider that extremely good business. The next one was Mika Faye. He had a minimum release clause. I didn't realise, and once bigger clubs started sniffing, even a crappy Saudi Arabian club, not even one of the big boys, but he's managed to double his wage. Once again, we've made a nice profit on him, but he would have been one of those players that we would have probably tried keeping as we built. There would have been no rush to sell him, especially at his age as well. So that one was disappointing. And then Maximiliano Perrone, he's been linked to loads of clubs over the last few years. He did have a high wage kind of, max that matched the maximum earner clause. So every time we tried to improve our squad, his wage went up as well when he didn't quite warrant it. He's decent, not really contributed. He was playing as that register for us, remember. 28 years old, sign him on a free, made £30 million. Also to Shanghai Port, where Jurum Simni went. So that gave us a lot of money. Not a massive amount, but some. Frustratingly, the board has obviously taken some. So out of all that, 25 there, yeah, they basically took pretty much more than half of it and put it in the bank account, which is a bit frustrating. I'm not quite sure where it all went, to be honest, but because we've only got 39 in the book, so yeah, we may be about right. Transfers in. Mateus Fernandez. We watched him in the summer, but he wanted too much. A really good midfield player. Can do the 8 roles, can do the 10 roles. Really good. A little bit more in terms of energy, stamina and pace. Pretty good natural fitness compared to what maybe a Teo is.
Well done! Well done!
He's a 5'9", jack of all trades. I just got him because we were starting to come up with South American opportunities here. Brazil, our scouts have done well. 97k. I thought it was too good to turn down. If he doesn't turn out to be anything, no worries. He's only 19 years old. Only just turned 19 as well. Some decent physicals, some good technicals as well. Bit of a header, bit of a tackler, can maybe be an anchor. Might try and train him. He's very good on both feet, so we might even train him at being a defender, maybe a fullback. 5'9", so he probably can't do the centre-back role, but needs must, a really good substitute to have on the bench at £97,000. And the last one, Denilson Julian. We're going to go with just Denilson because that sounds amazing. £1.5 million. Our scout in Colombia has done wonders. Look at him. He is not 20 till the end of August, so another 8 months, 7 months of developing. Look at him. And he, my friends, is wonderful. He's had 2 games, had he scored 2 goals. Our cup run had a disappointing end, a 2-1 win. That was the 2-1 defeat, at Brest, and that was Danielsson's first game. His first home game, though, against Rennes. Rennes are slowly turning into one of these teams that we love to play because we've beaten them numerous times already. Away from home at the start of the season, we've now stuffed them 4-1 at home. Set pieces are looking good for us. Dewey, of all people, seems to not head the ball when he needs to defend, but in the attacking areas he's really good. And then just watch Danielsson. He is playing as a shadow striker at the moment. That is a wonderful run and a wonderful finish. And into the second half, there we are, front three again. Danielsson's run, shadow striker, absolutely wonderful. He looks electric playing in that shadow striker role. And we made it fall late on. Theo, now the club captain, is... I'm going to show you his goals. There's Matías Hernández as well. Another player that we got in during the season. But our boy Theo, so far, has 15 goal contributions in 21 games. 10 goals, 5 assists. That's not a bad start for someone who I was a little bit worried about in terms of could he do it for us. And this tactic seems to suit them all. Remember, we've lost Durumci. We've brought in Julien. We've also got Fernandez that can do either role as a little bit of a backup. And I do think it suits. So we've moved the wing back, defensive winger. We've decided to be a little bit more defensively solid. To be fair to wherever he is, Perillon, we shouldn't really be making a tactic around him because he's not good enough. So he'll just have to be a little bit of a backup for Perillon. We are training him as well. Sorry, backup for Fletcher. We are training him to be that side of striker as well. I think he could do that because he does seem quite direct with his running. I think he could definitely get on the end of things on that left-hand side. De Lima comes in. Hall can play there as well. And we're looking pretty good. This is the sort of like a little bit of a sporting tactic. We know Emerim's taking over at Man United, and I've kind of done a couple of tactics for the channel on that, and I just went, yeah, sod it, let's go with it, let's change. So this is very much an experiment. I do think that we're going to get European football because we are 9 clear with 13 games to go. So I'd hope any kind of football we're going to take, and we'll be absolutely fine with that. It also gives us a nice little boost in the transfers for the summer. I've decided to save it, 24, 25, see where we're at tactically, and then spend big for us in the summer. And would you believe it? We've had an absolute disaster. We've finished 8th place. I have changed tactics, and since the change of tactic because of losing Durumci, Brilling and Julien, things have gone horrendously wrong. We were, 9 points clear with 13 games to go. We've ended up finishing 8th. Best position for the team, though, so that's the only plus. Literally the only plus. Our end of season run has been absolutely horrendous. So we were here. That's what I've just played. 7 defeats in 13 with only 3 wins and 3 draws. That is probably relegation form. We've swapped tactics numerous times. We've actually then decided the last game of the season to look at playing Ange Ball, and we will be plugging Ange Ball in for the new season, so that will help us do our rebuild, because we have got money to spend, £23 million, 100 grand to spend in wages, a couple of players come in, a couple of players leaving as well, so it's not all bad, is it?
In my opinion, that sucked.
I don't know. Statistics-wise for the season, because we have done quite well, Theo is our leading goal scorer, 20 goal contributions. Luca Fletcher's done all right. We've definitely missed Durumci in that. We would have had European football, but 33 million, we were maybe not going to get Champions League football with him, so it might prove to be really good business. Danielsson, Julien has done all right. 14 appearances, only 4 goals and 2 assists. So in his last 12 games, 2 goals, 2 goals, 2 assists isn't great. He will come good though, I'm sure. We're going to lose Silvestri because he's going back to Inter Milan after a decent season. Philogeni's maybe someone we need to maybe look at moving on. Matías Hernández has come in and had decent numbers, 10 goal contributions in sort of like 26 appearances, with a few of them being sub. And then we've got a couple of lads. We've still got Trabelsi, Lachaud, Fori, Armstrong, Claudel, all not played that many games, so there might be an option of hopefully seeing some of these disappear throughout the season. Someone like Han Noah Langer, we've transfer listed him. Can't get rid of him, which is annoying because he's on a lot of money. £19,000 with what? Yeah, just over 2 years left on his deal. So it looks like he's going to be. We found it hard to sell players on. In particular, Brendan Aronson, Masu, and Tanner. There's what, £15,000 a week. That would be another player, and maybe a decent player that we could get on a free transfer, and we just can't get rid of them. And they're going to be in the division in the second team until their contracts expire. I think Aronson actually has another year left. Oh my God, Aronson has 2 years left. Did I sign him to a 5? I signed Aronson to a 5-year deal.
What? What are you thinking?
Of course I did. It's £5,000. It's not so much now, but it is frustrating that no one will take him on a free transfer. No one at all. We've got a lot of work to do. Ange Ball is coming to Bordeaux, so a whole summer of transfer dealings to try and make us a little bit better. It needs to be European football. We've now had, 4 seasons? Yeah, 4 seasons in Liga, 14th, 10th, 9th, and 8th. It needs to be top 7. By the looks of it, Lille still have not guaranteed European football. I imagine there's a cup competition. They're playing Nice. So even a 7th place finish. Oh no, Nice are there. Yeah, so we'd have been, if we had finished 7th, we'd have been relying on Nice to win the cup. Can we get top 7? We need to start breaking into Europe. It's going to be a fantastic summer for Wonder Kids. Don't you worry about that, because we've got a whole host. Our scouts have done the business, and I've saved the opportunity to really make some signings this summer. 30 mil to spend. It's going to be good. Find out what we do with it tomorrow. See you later.